Well, I like this film. First of all, I really liked it. One thing I really liked from it, which I didn't necessarily expect, is that the film isn't a postcard from Malta. Now, the thing is, you could expect, oh, it's the first film at Sundance from Malta, that it's just gonna, that's gonna show some very picturesque landscapes and landmarks of Malta and kind of a bit showing off the island a little. I wouldn't blame a filmmaker for doing that, but this film does not do that. I don't think there's even one recognizable landmark in this film. Actually, it doesn't show the Valletta skyline. It doesn't show Medina. It doesn't show Gozo or anything. I mean, I don't know if it was shot in Gozo, but there's nothing recognizable in there. The only thing, actually, ironically, which is recognizable is the shipyard in Birza I believe. That's the one they shot at, which is in quite a few shots, but that's more tied into the actual narrative. So I liked that it's really showing the people. It's not about really the country necessarily. Also, the way it's filmed was interesting. It's, as I said before, it has this kind of gritty guerrilla filmmaking style, meaning mostly handheld shots. There's an absence of kind of tripod landscape wide vistas in this film. It's mostly tight shots on characters' faces, which adds to the intensity and makes it more of a personal character story. Um, Essentially, the film is about a fisherman who's struggling with how fishing itself is changing in Malta, and well, it reflects kind of how fishing is changing in the whole world. And the bigger picture is more about how kind of this tradition of fishing is becoming more and more difficult. Firstly, well, obviously there's the big fishing farms and things happening, exportation. You have other kinds of fishing which are destructive to the ecosystem. And you also have the thing of global warming, which is kind of hinted at in the film, where I mean, people don't really can't really imagine this, but in a few decades there won't be any fish left in the sea, and that the film kind of touches on that, and it's just kind of a grim reminder of what's coming. And so it's showing how this humble Maltese fisherman lifestyle on a Luzzu is kind of coming to an end. And so this character that's portrayed in the film is really struggling with that. Yeah, so it is pretty much a simple premise. By what I've told you, you can probably already imagine the beats the story is going to hit. It's nothing really is going to surprise you plot wise. I would say not really, although it is good. I'm not trying to bash it. It does have a sense of familiarity with other kind of European neo. God, that's quite a mouthful. European neorealist independent cinema. Okay, got it out there. It does have a familiar feeling to it, but I would say it is a good choice. The director made a good choice of doing this as his first film. Firstly, because I mean, obviously budget reasons, and also the topic is very at the heart of Malta as a culture and everything. So it was a good choice. I think he is a promising director. It is his first film in good and bad ways. It is his first film. It's a bit safe, if you will. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but it is, I think. Although, yeah, I did like it. Like the characters, strange enough, have the same names as the actors, most of them at least. I imagine this is because the actors, most of them, from what I understand, aren't actually actors per se. I think the director chose people that were already in that life. Most of the script was improvised, from what I understand as well. So it does have that a feel of, it's very genuine. Despite, well, this isn't a bad thing, but the director is actually American Maltese. So I think he studied and grew up in America, but you can still feel that the cast and crew and topic do make it feel essentially Maltese. I don't think it really takes away from the fact of this being a Maltese film, but it is still something to consider. It would be nice one day to find out that someone that's born and raised locally, that just emerged from the local landscape, manages to get the Sundance. That would be, I think, the next achievement for Malta after this. But yeah, it is more or less what you can expect in a good way. It is very European film. You know, if you are someone who watches European films, you'll like it. You know, if you are someone who enjoys Sundance films and these sorts of thing, it is definitely worth watching, and one of the better films called Malta that I've seen. So yeah, thumbs up from me. Enjoyed this film.